Christmas time, easily the best time of the year. I mean, you got the movies, of course the music, and one of the best reasons of it being getting time to spend with your family and friends. Now it looks like in our first story, Greg and his family want to just escape from the winter climate and go somewhere that's a little bit warmer. And their choice of destination is Australia. Now this is Home Alone, both Greg in it, so some things are going to be a little bit different, like them going to Australia, but I bet it's going to be a whole lot of fun. So let's hop straight into the first page of Diary of Wimpy Kid, Home Alone. December, Sunday. Last week, Mom said that the cold weather was getting unbearable and that we were going to spend Christmas at a one-way trip to Australia. I assumed that she booked the trip over there because Australia's weather is in reverse and it's currently summer over there. Today we started packing for the trip, and Roger was pretty disappointed when Mom told him that Australia isn't actually upside down. We have about 2 days to finish packing until the trip, which is added pressure considering things are already really hectic around the house. Recently, Manny broke his foot because he was home alone with Roderick, as Mom, Dad, and I had to go to a parent-teacher meeting. Manny told Roderick he wanted to go to the park, and he asked Roderick to push him on the swing. I think you can guess what happened next. And that's not all. Mom told Roderick it was about time he started to help around the house. She made him in charge of doing the laundry. Roderick managed to screw that up as well. All I hope is that Dad has a spare suit to wear to work tomorrow, because he definitely isn't going to be wearing his old one anytime soon. Wednesday. I woke up about 12 p.m. in the day. I started to freak out, because we were supposed to be at the airport by 7 a.m. I got up and something was off. I checked every room and nobody was in any of them. I went downstairs and the car was gone. Either my family got abducted and they took the car, or they left for Australia without me. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure the first option only happens in children's books. And I'm pretty sure I'm not a children's book character, so I'm guessing it's the latter. I started to freak out, and then it hit me. My family is currently on the other side of the world. I have the home all to myself. I figured that now that I'm alone, I can finally play the new Tussa Wizard game. Last week, Mom bought me the newest entry in the series, but she said I could only play it after our trip to Australia. I went over to our Christmas tree and I picked up some of the boxes and shook them around to figure out which one had my game inside. I played the game for a couple hours and then put it back into its case. By then, I was getting hungry and I brought some of my old comic books and a packet of chips. Everything was going great. The thing is, while reading my comic, I couldn't help but feel like I could see something outside. But just then, I don't know about you, but I'm willing to bet that those people weren't Mom and Dad waiting outside. I kept the lights on so that they would think that there was still someone home. And miraculously, it worked. I listened carefully and heard them talking about coming back in an hour when it was close to midnight. They headed back to their van and waited. I ran straight up to my bedroom and thought things through. I wanted to call the cops, but the only phone in the house was right next to the window, and those guys would see me. And the ladybug was pretty much a wreck after Roderick did the laundry and forgot to take it out of my pant pocket. I figured I only had two options. I fight my way out of this, or option number 2, I set up a series of complex Rube Goldberg machines in an attempt to foil the robbers' plan to ensure my safety. Those guys were about 5 times the size of me, so I had to go with option 2. I didn't have a lot of time left, so I seriously had to wrap things up. I managed to finish the traps and set up some hidden cameras about 5 minutes before midnight. It's time to watch the fireworks. I waited upstairs in my bedroom and watched carefully. There seemed to be 2 robbers, and one of them came in through the window, right into my first trap. I buttered up the floor and made it pretty slippery. I hope those guys can ice skate. I got to watch in awe, as those 2 tried to slide their way to the stairs, right into my next trap. I started yelling to signal that I was upstairs, and one of the robbers ran straight into my tripwire. The other guy walked right past the guy on the floor and started to run up the stairs. I made sure to give him a little surprise though. I walked down the steps and one of them tried grabbing me, but I kicked him right in the face. I ran straight into the dining room with my walkie-talkie and held my breath. If I get spotted now, I'm a goner. Come out wherever you are. I waited till the coast was clear and turned on the walkie-talkie. I had placed another walkie-talkie inside my basement before the robbers came inside, and I looked at the walkie-talkie in my hand and said, "I'm over here, you bozos." My plan worked, and the 2 dimwits came running towards my basement. They looked like they were out for blood, and right in time for my next trap. I waited until they both got right into position before I enacted the rest of my plan. I hung the creepy witch that's really sensitive to sound in the basement, and all it took to activate the witch was the sound of a clap. Those guys were taken back and tripped over some paint cans and right into Dad's tool cabinet. Those guys were pretty much done with life at that point. I came downstairs and they both just looked at me. They both looked pretty disappointed to realize they got finessed by a child. I went back upstairs to call the cops, but then you have one new message. Gregory, can you hear this? If so, I want you to stay strong. We're coming, Greg. Hang on. Christmas. It's been a crazy 2 weeks ever since I had to deal with those two goons. To cut to the chase, Mom said that Roderick was in charge of doing a head count before they went to the airport, and Roderick accidentally missed me. I kept asking Roderick if it was intentional or not, but he wouldn't budge. Get me some ice cream and I'll consider telling you. Another massive thing is that those two goons now have a jail cell at prison with their names on it. The police showed up and they recognized them, and said they've been trying to catch them for months. I guess that goes to show how incompetent the police here is, because I caught those two clowns way before they could. Mom says it's a Christmas miracle that I was safe, but that sounds way too corny to end on. If I had to give a real moral to the story, it's never to trust your older brother to do anything. Alright, that was the end of the story. Overall, I'd say it was pretty good. You know, it stayed true to pretty much what Home Alone really is. You got the two burglars breaking into a house with a kid there to protect it. Now, this story was made by insert name here. First link in the description will take you to their Reddit page. And that was a little bit of a shorter story, so we'll do another one on top of that. Alright, and the next story is called Diary of Wimpy Kid Bell Ringer by Wimpfic Weirdfic. And I'd be lying to you if I told you what this story is about, because I genuinely have no clue. And I kind of just want to find out as we read the story. So let's hop straight into the first page. December, Saturday. It's Christmas Eve, and Mom's eager to show us what she's been planning for today. Since the 17th, Mom's been working on a Christmas Eve feast that will go beyond the family. And I hate to admit it, but the last part sounds interesting. Mom put us kids on decoration duty, but Roderick's ideas were basically for Halloween. And we put a ring of skulls here. After hearing that, Mom said that she could help with the decorating, but Roderick and I said there was no way that was going to happen, as she'd accept anything Manny would pitch. She denied it, but we still voted against it. I don't want the house to become Maniopolis, Susan. Frank, no. Now I can't say that adult votes are more. This might have been the only time we've successfully stopped Mom from whatever dumb idea she had. Surprise, surprise, Mom got mad and put Dad on decorations. Mom set up the meal, and after a little while, people she invited came in. Coincidentally, they came in just as we finished decorating. The first people here were some relatives, and I could hear Dad going into the furnace room so he wouldn't have to deal with Joe and Gary. I tried to socialize with some of them, but it was pointless and I went away as well. I used to change your diapers. Can you not? Mom told me to greet the next guest that came in, and the first one was a little unexpected. Hey Greg. Raleigh coming was pretty strange, but I just shrugged it off. But things started getting weird when Leland and Bill showed up. Is Roderick here? I tried to ask Mom about it, but she was too occupied. Suddenly, I heard clomping at the door. It was Fregley on a reindeer. Are the latkes ready? I was flabbergasted. Mom even let in the reindeer. I've been busy writing this, so there's probably even more surprises at the door. Let's hope I didn't jinx it. I jinxed it. Hi. Is someone playing a prank on me? When I got them in, someone else knocked, but there's no one there. Can I come in? I just couldn't take it anymore. I asked Mom why the guest list was so weird, and she responded with, Roderick's in charge of inviting. It's like she gets more clueless every year. I ran into the basement and asked him what the hell he was doing with the invitations. He said he just got bored and felt like messing around. How did you even invite some of them? A magician never reveals his secrets. Roderick told me there's one person left, but he didn't tell me who it is. But by then, my question was basically pointless. Ho ho ho! Roderick managed to get Santa Claus. I ran up the stairs to go see him, and what I saw was absolutely insane. I don't even think I can describe the sight in what's left of this page. Merry Christmas. Now that was a really good short story, but why Susan would let Roderick be the one to invite people to the Christmas dinner is beyond me. Absolutely no idea why she would even let him be anywhere near the guest list, because I mean, as we can see here, we got some strange people here. We got like Fregley, we got the guy next to Leland over there with the long hair and the mask. We even got like Frank's emo brother, whoever the fuck that is. I got no idea. This was a nice short Christmas story. This was like the perfect story to go along with the first one. Now that's going to do it for the end of the video. I hope all of you guys enjoyed. If you did, of course, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Make sure to put on the notification bell so you never miss any of my uploads, because there's going to be one coming out very soon, sometime this month, hopefully. It's going to be definitely a really long one, and one that's been in the works for quite a while. But yeah, again, I hope to get it out sometime this month, and I hope you guys really enjoy that one, because a lot of work is going to be put into it. And man, I really hope you guys enjoyed that one. I hope all of you guys have a good rest of your day and have a Merry Christmas. I'll see you in the next one. See ya.